Hello everybody, welcome back. Here we are for round two, and yes, we are gonna play first. This hand is not a keeper though. We need one more land. One more land. All right. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan to six, and we're gonna keep this one. All right, so we're gonna lead off here. I should be fetching just because my opponent could be Canadian Thresh with stifles and all sorts of other things, and that's usually a pretty good indication of it. Uh, I guess c'est la vie. And nothing. That's somewhat more frightening. Well, let's try and land this. If it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Okay. So it did stick. Then I'm going to go ahead and get the Batter Skull. I have a Maelstrom Pulse. Next turn I have a Lingering Souls. Or I have a Bitter Blossom. If he's a control deck, then that should make things a little bit easier. Okay, looks like we're going to be having some fun here. That's a thought. I think for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and pass, and during his upkeep, not mine, I'm going to drop that down. And the reason I'm waiting until his upkeep is one, so that if he does anything, it's on his turn, and two, if he does anything, he can't click it. He might tick it, but he can't click it. Yeah, that was a speeding ticket joke. Click it or ticket. There we go. All right, so let's see what we end up with here. What is our opponent doing? We don't know. They're staring at a brainstorm. Come on now. I even gave you the time to think about it. There we go. Now he's fetching. So I'm assuming yeah, okay, so it's some sort of miracle deck. Let's go ahead and get this down. So what we want to do is we actually do want to land that Bitter Blossom. We want to land it as soon as possible. It makes a lot of things really awkward. The good news about his setup there is that we don't have to worry about what is that stupid card? Terminus being the card that he put back on top. Although, in all honesty, it may be. So let's go ahead and try and take a look at his hand. I'm okay with Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce eats up the blue so that he can't brainstorm. We can pay for days, although I'm pretty sure he doesn't have days, and we can try and land the... Oh, misdirection. Still my spell. That one. So we get two cards. We lose two cards. It was almost like a bad him. But he has no misdirection now. All right. So here's the plan. Yep. And now we get greedy, because if he's got Spell Pierce, he's got the mana for it anyway. So we ended up getting a Spell Pierce out for the Thoughtseize, as well as the other card over there, which I can't remember the name of, I'm sorry. Misdirection, there we go. I'm sitting there looking at Misdirect, and it's like, rest of the card name just gone. So, also, I'm trying to think of a way to do the playlist thing, and I think what I'm going to be doing, instead of just calling them all MTGO Legacy, is call them what day it is, and just call them Legacy Daily, and then whatever date it is. And that's how I'm going to organize my playlists. That way I don't have to worry about like what number I'm on or anything like that. It'll make things a lot easier for me. It'll make things a lot easier for you. Say you miss a week and you want to go back and look at that week. You don't have to wonder what the number was of the week before. And I'm surprised nobody yelled at me about that. I mean, I'm always open to suggestion, as always. But you have to make some type of logical sense with whatever you're saying or doing. This next turn, I am going to keep this Lingering Souls in the yard. The reason I'm going to keep it in the yard is because he may Terminus, and I may need some emergency attacking stuff. So this will at least be three. Here's his Substitute Blue card, his Substitute Island. And yeah, this should be a Jace. It's not a Jace. It's a rest in peace. Well, we are getting rid of that now. We are going to try and get rid of that. I need to set up a stop for that. All right, so we're attempting to get rid of that because I may just lose next turn. We got rid of it. All right, so let's F6. That way it goes to combat. We'll get in for another 5. So if he had the misdirection there, he would have blown up here. Although if he had the misdirection and he showed me the misdirection, I probably would have taken the spell pierce. That will, or this, yeah, the spell pierce. That way I could still land this. Although he may also be holding a rest in peace plus some other stuff. Hopefully this kind of scares him into thinking that, hey, look, Knight of the Reliquary, bad, not in his deck. That's kind of the goal. And we are going to be bringing in the other spell, the come into play tapped. Why? Because it will buy me a turn against the rest in peace combo, guaranteed. Because the artifact, I am doing terrible with names. The artifact comes into play tapped, and its activation actually involves it tapping. So that will buy me extra time there. I think he may have actually misclicked it. He's not writing anything though, so I can't tell you that. That'll buy me time there. It'll buy me time against any angel tokens that get made. He'll have to make them end of turn. He won't be able to block with them, which means that, say for instance, I swing in this next turn and he's just like, well, angel tokens. All right, so we can get him down to 2 here, provided we get some stuff. It's Jace the Mind Sculptor, goodbye. Let's see. No, it's not goodbye. So what are we doing here? He could be putting a Terminus or something to the top of his library. I think we just swing this at Jace just to get it out of there, just to have it out of there, not to have to worry about it anymore. Get it at him for 2, have the other one there. I mean, we should be powerful. Let's see. That may change things. I gotta set this up. I'm killing myself here. Always yield. Hey, it worked. I hope it worked. I hope I caught it beforehand. So let's see. He's got 1 card there. I could hit him for 6. Let's get greedy. Go for him. That makes any other fetch a dangerous, dangerous thing. I wish these had haste. I forget the Goblin card. It's like Goblin Furrying or something like that. It's a 3-drop enchantment that makes all goblins attack every turn. And then as well as that, it makes it so that they all have haste. And it makes a 1/1 goblin every turn. So it's just like you toss it out there and you're just like, rawr, goblins. I used it in my red stacks deck. Don't ask. That deck was fun back in the day, but it suffered the same problem that all stacks decks have, which is that they don't necessarily have the best draw. Now he's most likely realizing that I've deduced that he'll go to 1, and that makes any one of these little suckers that get through amazing. Unfortunately, let's see, he can make right now 3 tokens, which isn't enough to kill me, but it is enough to cause an issue. And let's see, this guy, if he bounces the Batterskull token, I still have 3 lethal attackers, which means that he will have to Terminus. I can then put the Batterskull back into my hand and then replay it as soon as I get another land, and that'll be nice. This is really a good card versus control decks. That's basically all it boils down to. Alright, so he goes, there's a swords. Yep. Alright. So that's the swords I figured was coming. This guarantees double white. We still need to keep applying pressure. If I get a land, I'm going to go ahead and equip. Or will I? There's a Caracas. That's a wasteland. Alright, so let's pop this wasteland down there. Still got to keep going for him. I forgot to bring this back to my hand. So let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's still 3 of them. What I should have done was equipped onto one of these at that point, since I forgot. But since he's now got to deal with whatever I'm doing, I think that it's probably for the best that I don't. Venser. So he's having bad times? Yep. I should have, with Venser on the stack, gone for that. So, let's see. He's still got to be able to deal with whatever I'm doing. I need to kill the Jace sooner rather than later now. I will end of turn. If he goes to bounce the Venser, I will go for it. Alright. So that's my bad. Error on my part. It happens. He shouldn't have gotten that bounce out of it, basically. We're still at 25. There's still this. Now he can make 1, 2, 3. He can still make 3 if he draws it next turn, but he can only make 2 angels on his turn. I think we're going to have to kill this Jace, although he's at 4. That's a pretty good meatball. So we'll attack him. We're just going to continue going for his throat. Just get that out of there. So here's the Venser again. Nope, here's a click. Dear Lord, you're drawing very well for that. Reveals Supreme Verdict. Okay. 4 Entreat the Angels. He can make 1. That'll block both. Alright. So he loses his click. But he has a 4/4 Angel. And I have 2 more. And he's probably thinking to himself, like, do you ever stop? And I'm just thinking to myself, like, God, I can't believe I screwed up that other one. Because in all reality, I mean, we would have had to take out the Venser token. We could have held back the Mystic, though. Although we wouldn't have, just because I'm greedy like that. The Venser would at least be on the field, so that would be all of these tokens getting across. Errors, errors, errors. Button, button, who's got the button? Alright. Did he miracle another one? Oof. Alright, so we're looking for Maelstrom Pulse. The singleton left in the deck. Let's see, we're at 24. He does have that Venser in hand. You want to give me a land. Actually, you want to take a... Whoa, all the stuff went over there. There we go. So let's see, he put the card on top of my library. We're not blocking with anybody. There it is. Let's go ahead and equip. And we'll swing across. Honestly, I didn't think his draws would be this good. And mine to be, yeah, mine were fine. All right. So we gain some life, we lose some life. We're gonna have to find a way to deal with his Jace as well. Let's see. He's attacking for 3. That I can live with. So the Venser's down there. Yep. So the Venser in that block 1. We have 2 blockers. So we get him for 2. He can 8 us back. With the Venser, it's 10. We get in for 1 like this. We go in like this. Yep. So let's see. He bounces 1. He bounces another. That's 12. But if I do this, that should put a damper on his plans. It's the Venser. The Venser I left back up into his hand. What did he do with that last one? I wonder if he put the... Ooh, that's pretty bad for us. I will be pausing in between the sideboarding, by the way. I have to go say hi to everybody. He's doing some math in his head. Let's see what he did with that last card. Bitter Blossom. He put that on the top of my library. The Wasteland. No, the Wasteland I got last time. Was it the Wasteland? Yeah, it was the Wasteland. If he gives me 1, or no, I can start equipping, or do I pull the Batterskull back? Should I have pulled the Batterskull back already? It's a huge mana investment. Alright, so he's filtered his... Looks like he saw something that he really wanted. The Venser in his hand is the only thing that's causing an issue. So if we draw Thoughtseize, what happens? Well, now it's pretty much useless. You should be sending 3 across. 1, I will take and eat 1 for breakfast. Liliana. What does Liliana do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Just exactly the right mana. Let's see if Liliana lands. We're hoping. There's 2 3s in his yard already. The click 3 3s. That's a lot of 3s in his yard right now. And if I go to discard, then we lose the vents or out of his hand. So the big issue goes away. Okay. So that's what happens if I do that. I lose a token. We're going to make him sacrifice a creature. Alright, so he's down to 3. Now, if he doesn't keep a card in hand, hopefully I can convince him to play the Venser. That's going to be the tricky part. So we have to discard. We have to make him discard or play whatever he's going to play and not realize that he can pop this top for a card. So if we draw a Thoughtseize, that would be awesome. That would be a guaranteed way to make sure of it. We need to protect Liliana. We need to protect. We need to protect. We need to protect. Next turn, we can hopefully gain some life. Like, we're starting to get down to where this is becoming a threat. But the slew of angels that we've got facing our slew of fairies is there. Look at the top card of my library. All right, leave me with a Thoughtseize. Don't think a Thoughtseize is a threat. Come on, you can do it. What did he do? We put it on the bottom. That may have been a Thoughtseize. If he's figured that play out, then it's a Thoughtseize. All right. Me. Well, let's think. I can block 2 of them. If I block 2 of them, well, let's pull this one back. I'm going to make this a spirit, just in case he's got like Echoing Truth or something. So if I block 2 of them, I have 1 more turn I can't fetch. Okay, so he puts this back, but I've got a way to get around his Venser. He's already used his Jace. He has to have a Swords in hand or a click. So I'm at 2. There's a top. So we know his last card in hand. This is not the card I wanted. Alright, so he's figured this out. So he puts that up there. I need to buy a turn. One, two, three, four. I think we're still just doing this. I mean, there are only so many options. I'm getting ready to alpha. I don't even know why I did that. It just gives him something to think about, I guess. So he opted not to show. At least I was smart enough to go for the one that was summoning sick. Ooh. Well, I think that does it. One way or another, that would have done it. Let's go ahead and concede this one. This from not remembering to bring that back. All right, I'm going to pause the recording for a moment. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Let's quick do this. I have half a minute. All right, so we know we want these and these. We are on the play. Now, this is actually a thought, but I think these will probably be better. He's got a limited number of actual ways that he can win. He does have a couple creatures, but I'm not expecting too many out of him. So that's 3 there. I have the time, so I can actually afford not to go the diamond route. And knights are not going to be that great. So let's pull these. And I think I will actually bring in one more duress for another knight. And we'll submit. Yes, I'd like to play first. And this hand is actually pretty good. I'm not going to mulligan this. The reason I say this hand is good is because, one, I don't plan on him doing very much in this first couple of turns. And I'm on the play, so the ability to... oh, I can take that away. Well, he's going to play a top. Not exactly what I was hoping he'd play. I am, however, going to get this one. That will allow me to... Hey, you're a day late and $1 short, my friend. Into this one. Alright, so my bob landed. What are you doing over there? Into a counterbalance. Yeah, that hurts. Shows a Thoughtseize. Okay. Well, let's see if we can take a look at his hand. Top card of your library is... So he is going to put it up there. Okay, so then we're going to get this bob. Double bob, threatening indeed. Let's go ahead and grab the forest. Perhaps we should have Thoughtseized before. And send him. Now, what are we doing over there? Are you getting ready to Blood Moon? I should pay more attention into what's actually going on in the formats. So I'm assuming that he's probably got a click then. Let's see. So you know about that. Let's go ahead and take a look. I will not be triple bobbing. You gonna show me the top card of your library, or are you gonna let me take that top? I can pay for a Spell Pierce. Rest in peace. So it's a 2 on top of his deck. It's a really good 2. Alright, and what are we doing from there? Paying 3 for a click. Yep. Click target. Yeah, I read this. Click target him. Okay. So he put a Terminus on the bottom of his library. Huh. So he has a Rest in Peace, and a Misdirection, and a Jace. I think that for right now, because we don't know what's on the top of his library, that we actually go for the Sensei's Divining Top going to the yard, and then playing the Stoneforge Mystic, getting the Jit, after we attack him. So let's go ahead and take the top. We'll go ahead and attack. And he takes it. I could force the Rest in Peace. That actually seems like a really good idea. Let's go ahead and get the Savannah. So we force the Rest in Peace this way. We basically make it so that Jace has no real ability. All we have to do is hope that this is not a 3 on top, and it was a 1. So he's going to have a Swords to Plowshares. That is not a 4th land. Yep, there's the rest in peace. Here's the swords for one of the Bobs. What he doesn't know won't kill him yet. Our hand is staying filled, by the way. All right, so we have an answer for this. We also have an answer for this. We can also kill this. And I actually like killing this right now. Let's see. The question becomes, do we want to have to deal with all of that? So I'm going to start off with this. Show me tuna salad. Mystic Gate. All right, so there's the fourth land. We get the Jit. All right, so I can kill this the next turn. I can Jit equip swing into his, let's see, it's 2, 4, 6. Not be dumb. So he's drawing that, we know his whole hand. We should have this in the bag. We have our only 5 in hand already. The misdirection. I forgot about the misdirection, but that means that he gets rid of the Jace. So, yeah, I can live with that as well. It is the Jace that he's getting rid of, right? No, it's the Jace or something else. Nonetheless, this becomes a huge issue for him. Next turn, I can cheat in the Jit and start swinging across. I've still got blockers for this, so it's not exactly the biggest threat. If he misdirects this, he misdirects it at a token. I keep the tokens back, I get in. I could kill myself, but the chances are usually pretty low. And then from there, I can survive out. So, yeah. Looks like he's letting it go. Or he went, no, he didn't try and counterbalance because he's got the Mystic Gate on top. He did. He misdirected. What did he get rid of? He got rid of Jace the Mind Sculptor. All right. So you're going after one of these? Nope. Yeah, he is. Okay. So we can pop this down. And I'm going to send both of those, keep the other one back. There's still the possibility that he just miracles something. Yep, there's the swords for the other one. That's what it was. That was what the other card was. There's his Mystic Gate. Good guy, Bob. Good guy, Bob. All right, so let's pop one of these in. Yes, that one. We will hook up Bob. And we will swing Bobs. Let's go ahead and kill that now before he finds something to do with it. And we should be safe at this point. We have lethal damage on the board. We shouldn't be able to die from this. Although he gets to see our blind obedience. All right. And there we go. All right, game 3. All right, by name. I swear I'm not this slow all of the time. Although I keep telling you guys that. Pretty sure I might be. Alright. So these now still serve their same purpose. Knight's still not that great. There are 2, 4, 6, 8 spells that cost more than 2. Alright. Let's go ahead and go back into this. Jit, not going to be the greatest. Do I want anything else over Jit? Not really. Maybe a Sigarda. I think I want Sigarda over the Knight, though. I'm going to have a Singleton. Might as well kill me for it. I'm going to flip that Sigarda this game, and it's going to kill me. I'm actually going to keep this hand. It doesn't look like it does much, but it at least gets into him a little bit. This would be a much better on the play hand. I really should have mulliganed this hand. I don't know. Maybe it's the hunger in me. I'm just hungry. I'm actually going to waste that. He went down to 6 cards. It may hurt him. We'll find out. Nope. Not in the way that I wanted it to, at least. Let's start this process. Yeah, I think we find out, because if he's got a whatchamacallit, then we could be in trouble. Yep, and there it is. He's got a whatchamacallit. He had a whatchamacallit. You guys, after watching this many videos, should know my lingo. Although he could still be getting another one. Next turn, we can land both of these. He may have found another one. Not another one. He found another one. All right. Well, I guess at this point we have to go for said Bitter Blossom. BB for the win. Not a 2. Not a 2. Yeah, that's a 2. And a 1. Alright, well, that's in hand. We're in trouble. And yeah. Oops, wrong way. Alt U. There we go. This should be the Brainstorm. Yep. Now let's pay a black for that. This should put the top back on top of his library. Basically, we're just trying to eat up his resources. It was a really good find. What did he show? Did I let the Brainstorm resolve? I'm pretty sure I didn't let the Brainstorm resolve, did I? I think I let the Brainstorm resolve. That makes me feel bad. Just not even... Wow! I almost cast that. Alright, so he's going to keep that 1-2 on top. And just keep hunting for lands, because it's all he's got to do. That one's not going to do it. We're just going to draw another land. Y'all know what we're hoping for. The good thing is that it's not a 3. The bad thing is that it's not a 3. Any land pretty much secures the win. That's not going to do it for us. I guarantee you there's a 1-2 hovering at the top. So without the Abrupt Decay, we have no real way of getting through this outside of a Liliana, which there's possibly a 3 being put up there as well. If we do get the Abrupt Decay, we should be pretty okay. Not great, but okay. I can go get the Batter Skull, land this, and hopefully steal the Jace all in one turn, but I expect the Jace to now be coming down. 3, 4? 4? There we go. So there's the Jace. If you're wondering why he waited so long, it was only to make sure that we, or that he had the mana there. Although, in this case, I don't know why he's not just immediately starting to Fate Seal me. If I were him, I would have started Fate Sealing me. That one doesn't do it. Again, I could be running resources out there to try and do stuff with, but it's not worth it. Like, he's got a 1/2 on in his hand or on top of his library, and I'm pretty much willing to bet that it's the top card and he's just adjusting it around. That being said, I should have gone for my own yard with the Bog or played the Caracas. That way, if I did find another surgical extraction, since I botched the first one, that's what happens when you don't pay attention to what you're doing. And he should actually be Fate Sealing me now. He's got a big enough hand. He should have enough protection. He should feel protected enough that he should be realizing that this is his win condition. I'm getting very hungry. We got nothing there. Still not going to do that. He draws a card. There's an Entreat for 3. So let's see. We need a Maelstrom Pulse off the top. Alright, oh, only for 2. Still need a Maelstrom Pulse. Still don't like this. Still think he should be Fate Sealing. But that's just me. I play control decks entirely different. Alright, let's see. Do we get anything? We get a Lingering Souls. Let's see if he'll let us have it. He should Spell Pierce it for spite. Lingering Soul still only kills one of these, which means that if we get an Abrupt Decay at that point, we're stuck using it on the other one. What did he show? He showed a second Entreat. Where's the smiley face? Yeah, it did. He said it turned out well for him. I have to ask. He's probably going to ask me which Brainstorm. Ah, there's the 1/2. All right. Well, let's make him use his mana again, and then we'll concede. That's the other way of trying to do it. You can try and get them down to a low enough amount of mana, but I don't think that... there may have been a point where I could have. But with it being 1/2 and me having 1/2s, that was the issue. All right. We're getting ready to do this. Just give him the good game. All right. So there we go. Hung up. And yeah, probably should have mulliganed the hand, but no, it was fine. All right. I will see you all again next round. I got a couple things I got to take care of around here, and bye bye.